Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Peak Power Live. We are super excited about tonight. We are ready to talk some more about these Zooms. If you guys have been following our videos and getting on the team trainings, you guys might be thinking like, tired of hearing about these Zooms, but we are going to keep sharing what's working because these are working. And we have several guests on our call tonight that are having incredible success, and they're going to share their secrets and how Zooms are working for them and what they're doing with them. And we're so excited to hear from all of them. And by the way, I'm Kara Flippin, Senior Ruby Ambassador. Sorry.
And I'm Nikki Westerfield, Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And we're just going to go ahead and jump in. We don't want to keep you guys too long. If you haven't heard this Zoom stuff going around, Zoom is basically like FaceTime, but you can have multiple people on. And it's super, super cool. You just get a link, send the link to that person, and they can hop on and you can have a video chat with them and you can see their face and you can talk to them. And it's literally like you're just literally hanging out with them, but it's just through video. So it's super cool. So in these Zooms, we're talking about the business, we're talking about the products in detail. We go over the triplex and the X factor and in great detail. So it's kind of like an opportunity meeting, but shortened to like 20 to 25 minutes. And so basically to do these Zooms, you just get with your upline or get with, anybody in your upline. If your direct upline isn't doing them, go to the next person. And they will do the Zoom for you. And all you have to do is just invite people. So in inviting people, you have them get on the call, and then your upline does the call, shares their story or his story. And like I said, goes over the business and the products and opens it up for questions so they can ask questions too. And, you don't have to, if you're new or, you don't feel familiar talking about the products, you don't have to feel like you have to know everything right away because your upline's doing the call for you. And we have scripts for inviting, so it's super, super easy. And like I said, you just don't have to feel like you have to know everything right away. So as you're signing up new ambassadors, you can have, you can do these Zooms for them as well. And I'm just going to go over a script that Kara sent me earlier because it's really, really good. Okay, here it is. And I can copy this on our team pages too because it's really good. It says, that's so great that you're interested in Plexus and wanting to make extra money. Plexus is Plexus is an amazing health and wellness company that has amazing products that is helping change people's lives. I'm truly blessed to work for this company, except it doesn't really feel like work and I get to stay at home with my kids and share about products that work. I am having a Zoom meeting and in parentheses, video conference tomorrow night with my upline to go over some of our products and talk about the business. I would love for you to join in and learn about what Plexus is all about. Would you be interested? That's a great script. I love that script. When she sent me that, I was just like, wow, I love that.
My cousin actually sent me that. I asked her what she was using because Kendra Vaughn is my cousin, and she's had several Zooms with me. And every Zoom she's having, she has like tons of guests on. And I said, what are you saying to these people? And that's what she sent me. So
yeah, it's really good. I love it. And I think that inviting is so important. Like, I think that if you send like this super, super long thing and you're not really confident about it, when you send it, people feel that vibe. And I think that some people that aren't having success with everybody hopping on, I think it could be just tweaking a few couple of words to make it sound so much better and you'd have way more success with it. But if you're not sure what to say when you're inviting people to these Zooms, get with us and upline and we'll help you for sure. And it's so easy because we have these scripts, and literally if you signed up an ambassador today, they can use these scripts and invite their own friends and family and, potentially get their products paid for right away. And that excites newbies. Super, super exciting. What I love about these Zoom calls too is how genuine and real they are. We go over our stories. We act like ourselves. We're not like it's like we're hanging out like we are right now. Like, we're not like in a presentation meeting where we have slides going through and we're just talking like super, super businessy. Like, we are ourselves. We're personal, we're genuine, and people feel comfortable in asking questions. So it's super personal, and that's what makes these so great. And like I said, we're going over the business and the products in such detail that they have to be convinced when they get off the phone, when they get off the call. And it's only 30 minutes of our day. I have to stress this. It's 20 to 30 minutes. And like if you do 2 of these a day, it only takes an hour. Your business is going to skyrocket. Oh my gosh, it's going to be crazy. And you're only spending an hour of your day doing them. I mean, it's crazy. One of the things that I was saying, if you want to go silver, get on a Zoom call, get 3 people on a Zoom call. Those 3 people are probably going to sign up, but if they don't, do another Zoom call. It's only 30 more minutes. They're probably going to join too. You're probably going to have 6 new people, and you know, it's only an hour. So let's say something crazy happens and those 6 people don't join and you only need 3. Have another one. It's only 30 minutes. That's 9 people that you've done these Zoom calls for. And I promise you, an hour and a half out of your day is nothing when you're getting a paycheck for going silver, getting that double bonus this month, and getting welcome pack bonuses. Like, I mean, it's crazy. It's so crazy. And what I love too, I think, Carrie, you can probably back this up too, is that this is building ourselves up, and it's building our confidence up. It's building our product knowledge up. I've been with Plexus for almost 3 years. Next month, 3 years, and I promise you, I'm super ashamed of this, but I could never talk about what the probiotic does in super detail like I can now. And it's just crazy. I got 2 ambassadors on the spot just from being confident enough from doing these Zooms and saying the same stuff over and over again that I literally haven't memorized. So when I'm in person with somebody and they ask me about it, like I can actually tell them what the probiotic does and why it works. So it's been amazing. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so. I mean, I definitely back up everything you're saying.
Yes. So we have some lovely ladies on the call tonight that are going to just share. They've been doing these Zooms too. They've been getting results from them. And they're just going to share like what doing Zooms has done for them and their team. So first up, we have Shirley.
Hey, everybody. Thank you, guys. And yes, the Zooms have been, for me personally, I can tell that my confidence, he's kind of nailed on all of it, but I will say my confidence in not only talking to people, one, about the business, but products. I feel comfortable now approaching people, you know, maybe at a grocery store or just out and about and talking to them about the product now that I sort of have that, you know, pattern down of how it all connects and how, you know, how amazing the triplex is. So, and then the business opportunity too, talking about it and saying it over and over again has also helped me in my confidence. So amazing just on a personal level. And then as far as my team goes, the people on my team that have followed this process and really taken to heart everything that they've taught, and this has been amazing, and they are really getting results. When people do get on these calls, they see how amazing our products and the business opportunities, and most people end up signing up or end up taking the products. Just watching my team do this, it's really, and that has been so awesome to watch. And they're learning the process of how to talk about it, how to get comfortable, and it just continues to go down. So even watching my team grow in the last month, having just confidence and getting more excited about everything, has been just incredible. So this process truly does work. There are parts of it that, you know, inviting people maybe way outside your comfort zone, it was for me. But once you hit that enter key or you that text and they respond back and they know that you're being bold and they know that you want to come on that call, no thank you, will respond. They're going to get on those calls. And if not, keep up following up with them. Eventually, they're going to get on a call. And I think I will say I was discouraged when, you know, somebody told me they were on, but continue up. That does, just because they didn't make it a call doesn't mean that they're not going to. They just couldn't that day. So I would say just watching my team grow, and then the personal things that I've gained out of this process has been amazing, and I will not do it any other way now.
Wow, so true. I love the part about like keep trying, like, because, you know, it is sometimes people just are busy, or, you know, they can't, but I think we all know that the key is follow up, and they will eventually get on a call for sure. And I also think that like keeping it short, like not overwhelming them with like even a tiny bit of information, like I try to act like when people ask me about anything about Plexus, I instantly say, I would love to share that with you. Like, can you get on a Zoom? Like, I literally act like any information about Plexus is a secret. You have to get on a Zoom to find out. So if you don't get on a Zoom with me to find out, then I guess you just don't get to find out. So
I agree with that.
It's short. I don't like even spill even a tiny bit, because that tiny bit that you spill sometimes isn't enough to convince them. So then what you've done is turned them away. So like, I don't say anything at all until I get them on a call. Okay, so who's next?
Is it me?
I think it was. I'm like trying, my phone is like loading.
I think it was me.
So Denise was in the leaders board, and she's been in the leaders board because she's been doing these Zooms. And if you guys don't know what the leaders board is the top in the whole company. And you were like, were you the second?
Number 2.
Number 2.
And the 400,000 ambassadors.
Yes.
Pretty
so
awesome.
crazy. So Denise is going to share what she's been doing and why she's loving the Zooms.
Okay. Can you hear me okay, Nikki?
Yes.
Okay, great. I love doing the Zooms. I have seen some massive growth with my team since we started plugging into these Zooms. So I'm really excited about it. You know, I think people at first are a little fearful, and I think we have to remember the way we were, you know, with the Zooms, because, you know, they're not sure exactly what to do, and, you know, if they're, you know, people are going to see them, and I think we just have to assure them that it's all going to be okay. It's simple. It's just, you know, a click of a link, and it's not hard. So I think once we get them past that, then it's a great. Did we lose Nikki? Are you there?
No, I'm here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see your face. And so anyways, I think just getting them to really feel comfortable with getting on, and it's easy and fun, then that helps reassure them to get on the Zoom. So one of the things that I've been doing, and I love this because, you know, if I'm at my parents' house or wherever I may be, I can do a Zoom. So to me, it's just brilliant. You can do your business anywhere. So I'm always prepared, and I have a couple sets of my product cards. So when I'm talking about the products, we talk about the Fab Four, I have my cards with me. So I have a set in my purse and a set down in my office where I do my Zooms. So I just feel like the product cards, you know, and if you have someone new and you're training them for the Zooms, then, you know, they have some talking points right on their card. So if they maybe stumble, you know, so I tell my team, don't worry about it being perfect. If you forget something, you know, it's right on the back of your cards. So that's something, and I always have, you know, a little slim stick with me that I can show them a little bit about the slim if they've never taken the product. So I just really, you know, have those little tools there that I think helps me with my Zooms. One of the things, like with my team, I think once they do one, then they get excited and they want to do more. And that is exciting to me. That, like, I just got a message just a little bit ago. Hey, are you available on Wednesday? I have a man that wants to hear more about Plexus. And I'm like, absolutely, you know, what works, you know. So we're just really, and I think this lady's probably done, probably been with Plexus for a couple months, and she is only one away from silver. And so I'm excited for her, and I'm excited that, you know, she's learning because she's hearing me talk. So then she's going to be able to start doing these Zooms with her people. And that's what it's all about. It's about that duplication process. And we know with, in network marketing, I've been in network marketing for many years. And one of the things that we've always learned is three-way calling is just so important. Well, I'll tell you something. I literally hate three-way calls, but I love Zooms because I can see my people. I can, interact with them. I can see facial expressions. I always say, and it is a little scary sometimes when you get on a Zoom and you might have some people like this. I'm like, oh my, I got my work cut out for me. So I try to really get them, to talk with me and feel comfortable with me. And, one thing we learned is about making a friend. It's about building relationships. And to know that that person will know when you're closing that call and you ask them, I give them three choices, where do they see themselves at the end? They know that, they can be part of a team. And I explain my upline to them. My sponsor, Tanya, is a nurse. And, I talk to them about my whole upline and, where my upline, Laurie Cooper, her income, what she makes. And that gets people excited, when they hear the diamond potential income. So I never forget to, we talk about the products, but I never forget to throw in that business. And I'm always, I tell them, I know your time is valuable and I'm going to keep this at 20 minutes. And I watch my timer, I watch my clock, and I've got it down pat now. And I remember the first couple of Zooms I did, I called Tanya, my sponsor, and I said, I did it wrong. And she said, what did you do wrong? And I said, I just didn't feel like I didn't give them the, sometimes it's about building that relationship. And I think sometimes we can get so nervous and we just kind of go a little bit fast. But if we just get to know the person, see where they're at, and build that relationship, it's going to be successful. And I see my ambassadors having such great success with the Zoom. So I'm really excited. And I guess that's probably all I want to say. But, it's about the art of inviting. We always learn about the art of promotion, which is promoting for the Zoom events. And, we help them get, just reassurance that we're going to be there to help them. And the fact that they're going to hear from a seasoned ambassador and know that we have a core team growing and they can be part of that team. So it's pretty exciting.
That's awesome. Denise, really quick, if you don't mind. So when you do your Zooms, do they look just like the Amy Paul Zooms, or like exactly what do you go through? Do you do the triplex and the X Factor, but you say what's on the back of the cards?
I do. A lot of times I speak from the heart. I mean, I just, I feel like, I try really hard to speak from the heart because, but I want my people to know that they've got these cards that if they get stuck, that they can do Zooms too. Because I want them, I want to train leaders. You can't do it all. You want to train your people to be leaders. So I really let them know that, not to be scared that if they would forget something, they have these cards. But I really speak from the heart. But I have a format that I follow. I introduce myself, tell them where I'm at in the company, how long it took me to get there. I tell them, my story, where I was at, with struggling with weight loss and, cholesterol. My cholesterol they want to put me on cholesterol meds. So I just tell my story. And then I go over 4 products. I go over the Fab 4. And then the next thing I do is I bring on the ambassador that got them on the call to give their testimonial. And then that person gives their testimonial, and then I bring it back. And something I say that's really important, because this is what kind of got me with Plexus, because I was real hard. Like, I didn't think that I was going to do this business at first. And when I got on YouTube and started researching, and I heard one call, and this lady said, and it really stood out to me, there's 3 things that we focus on, that Plexus products focus on, and that's blood sugar level stabilization, gut health, and inflammation. And so I say, you might hear these testimonials, it might sound like a cure-all, but this is what we focus on. And I tell them those 3 things, and then we talk about the business, and then I close.
That's awesome.
I like that. I mean, you talked about kind of being fearful at first, and I totally can relate to that because I was like super nervous and super scared to do my first Zoom, but I did it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mary and I were actually talking about this earlier today. And then like my second one, I was a little less nervous. My third one, it got better. And now it's just to a point where you can like be anywhere at all and jump on a call and just do it, and you get your format down, and you got to tweak it a little bit, like at first what works for you, but I mean, you got to step out there and just do it.
That's right. And the more you do, the better you're going to get. Just like with anything else in life, the more we practice, the better we're going to get. And that's what I tell my ambassadors. I'm like, you just, you got to do it. And I love the fact too that, if someone's a little shaky and they're wanting to be that leader to start doing the Zooms, I'll let them set in on some of my Zooms just for practice, for training. So we do a lot of training purposes with people setting in on Zooms.
Love it. I have to second that too. The first one I did, I was so nervous. And then after it was over, I was like, oh my God, that was so easy. And I knew that I would get better the more that I did. I knew that it would get better, and it has. It really, really has.
And they're a lot of fun too.
They are. They really are.
They are.
If you're not doing these Zooms weekly, guys, make sure you're doing at least one a week. At least. But you know what? Like for the past few weeks, I've had them at least Monday through Thursday, at least with my team, not like mine myself that I'm doing, but like I've been doing them with my team like every night, at least Monday through Thursday. I try to take Friday and Saturday off, and Sunday we do like team stuff. So, but like I want my schedule filled up. I love it. So if you're not doing them at least once a week, you're missing out, because this is the absolute easiest way to build your business.
When we say we found it, we figured it out, like we're not joking, like this is working. So if you're not on board, get on board.
Yes.
Liz, what's your experience been with the Zooms? You are muted.
Let me unmute myself.
There you go.
So I started doing the Zooms, and kind of like Shirley was talking about, the amount of confidence that you build up in yourself really kind of translates not just to the Zooms, but personally, like out in reality, being able to just stop somebody that you may not even know and strike up a conversation, and just building that confidence in yourself. I've been with Plexus since March of 2014, so I'm creeping up on 3 years, and I've seen and I've tried a lot of stuff, and I mean a lot of stuff. I am like the poster child for you're going to get out of your business what you put into it. I never really put the effort into it, and the second I did that, I really put it out there, I started seeing myself building a team, and adding the Zooms to this has just like kicked it into overdrive, I think, and that's really going to help me push myself to my goal, which is to make gold, and kind of pushing my team along as well, just sending them messages, hey, encouraging them, hey, what do you have for this week? Let's get somebody that you've been talking to on a Zoom, and just kind of letting it trickle down. And even people that are, a couple people down from me, I'm reaching out to, because I think it's that important and it's that awesome. That's how everybody, as soon as I think as they start to do it, they get that excitement, like everybody is saying, and they want to join in. The call that I did, the first one that I did, the girl signed up like immediately. I mean, she had been a customer of mine, but she was just like, I didn't realize what this was. And I've kind of been tricking my friends into doing it. That's probably not very nice of me, but I've really kind of been using it as like, hey, I really want to like try and grow my business. Would you mind just listening for me and like tell me if you have any suggestions? And my friends are very good friends. So of course they say, yeah, I'd love to. And my one friend, who I've really kind of been like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I really think she would just kill this. She's actually like reaching out to me now and saying, what do I need to do? 'Cause I really want to be a part of this. So that's also fun. If you have anybody that that's not doing Plexus and they're a good enough friend, just ask them if they'll jump on with you and give yourself more experience. But in the long run, it might benefit you.
So true. One of the things about you, Liz, that I have to share. So I like didn't hear from Liz for a little bit, and I'm like sending her these videos. This is like right when all the Zoom stuff came on, and like actually, let me start with Lori Cooper, my upline, kept sending me the videos, and like honestly, like I was like ignoring it. She sent it to me like 4 times. The 4th time I'm like, okay, finally. And then I'm like, holy crap, this is gonna blow my business up, like freaking out. So then of course I'm like forwarding all these videos to like all the people on my team that I think need to hear it, who I think would just do amazing with it. And of course Liz was one of those people, and like she totally like didn't watch them, and I'm like, Liz, where are you? Like,
I totally did.
I'm like, where are you? I'm like, Liz, did you watch the videos yet? Did you watch the videos yet? Like in her face, like, you gotta watch these videos. And then when she did, and then we had a Zoom call. So like, if you guys have anybody that is like on your team that you know would do amazing with these Zooms, like make sure you're reaching out to them. And even if they ignore you, like I ignored Lori, like make sure you're like stay in their face. Don't be scared. I feel like me and Liz kind of have that relationship where like I'm not like scared she's gonna like hate me forever if I'm like, Liz, hello.
Well, I think the fun thing about this is like with my career in nursing, it's like that's what I'm taught is education. So it's almost like I'm teaching my patients at work, and that's something totally relatable. I know there's so many nurses and medical professionals within Plexus, and this is just kind of like tugging at our heartstrings a little bit. Like this is our opportunity to teach these people, and I think that everybody has a great potential to educate. You just gotta put yourself out there.
Right.
Absolutely.
So true. Well, thank you for sharing, Liz.
Mary, what about you? Your mic
Well,
working?
one thing I can tell you is that Zooms are a lot easier than technical issues with computers, because I like to never got on here tonight. Okay, first of all, you know, the Zooms have helped me so much personally. And, you know, I'm going to tell you a little bit of background about me. I'm a compliance officer for a bank, and we have over 400 employees. And so I'm responsible for doing the compliance training. And when we had the meeting at Lori's, and she brought up, okay, I want you guys to watch Paul videos. I want you to do in Zooms. I was like, what is she thinking? I can't do that. No, I'm about to just have a heart attack. And so it was while I was preparing for my annual training this month for the bank, the light went off, and I thought, why are you so intimidated about doing Zoom when you have to go train all the aha moment? And, you know, from that point, I just felt a little better about myself. So I know the first one, we had Kara to do it. And I can remember Kara asked me to tell a little bit about my story. And I thought I was going to pass out in my chair here at home. And then the second one, I think I talked a little bit more. And it's just like the others have said, the more that you do, the easier it comes. And so I remember one Sunday, we couldn't, Kara was busy, Laurie was busy. So Glenda, Hester, Carol DeBerry, and Teresa Taylor and I decided, okay, we were going to do this. We had been on 3 or 4 with Kara. We've got this. So, though, everyone was you know, it was a dry run. But we went ahead and did it as if we had someone on there, just for practice. And so we seen then that, you know, we could do it. And then we had another one, just us, and I had 3 guests on there. And I have added 4 ambassadors in the last 2 weeks. I'm reaching out to, you know, my team, and I'm trying to get them to do the Zooms, get people on there, because I want them to feel the excitement, you know, when you do go silver, or even when you sign your first ambassador. You are so excited that you just cannot slow down. You just want to keep doing it all through the night. And so it's really helped me personally, these Zooms, and it is helping to grow my team as well. So, I mean, I really love them.
That's awesome. She's it's so fun, like watching everybody do these, and kind of I I guess, step into those leadership roles. And we just want everybody to understand to do, like, we do not want you guys to miss it. Like, that's why we keep sharing, because we want everybody to be a part of this, and we want you guys to get a hold of these Zooms and run with them and make your business explode.
Yes. I have to say something too. So Lori was like congratulating people that like added so many ambassadors, and she tagged me. She's like, Nikki added 4 ambassadors. I was like, wait, I added more than that. But it was like last month. So it was like the past 4 weeks, not just this month. And she was just counting just this month. But in the past 4 weeks, I've added 7 ambassadors just from these calls, and I've gotten 3 new customers in just 4 weeks. Before these Zoom calls, I would be lucky to get 1 or 2 ambassadors a month. Like, I've never added this many ever. So it's nice to see that this is working. And I'm not the only one adding. Like, my team is adding people like crazy. Like, this is working for everyone. It really is. There's no reason, unless you have a crazy formula of how you do your Zoom calls. If you're sticking to like what we're doing, what the Amy Paul videos are saying to do, like, you're going to have an incredible call.
Absolutely. Okay, that's about all we have for you guys tonight. We'll go ahead and wrap it up because we've been on here for a little bit. But thank you guys so much for jumping on here and sharing your experiences with us and the rest of the Show Me team. And that's about it. Everybody have a good night.
Thanks, girls.
Thanks.
Night.
All right, bye.